And really, Lloyd, if you think about it, it just goes to show one thing in the Basketball Champions League. You just want to get to the playoffs. If you can get to the playoffs, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
It's the competition. There's a great balance to it. And Monaco, well, they wanted this, and they got it. And they're not going to win. It's unlikely. That's it, folks. Ball game. Ike have done the improbable. They won the European Cup Winners' Cup 50 years ago. They won the Supporter Cup in 2000, and now they have won 194 to lift the Basketball Champions League trophy. An incredible season, perhaps that no one saw coming in European basketball. Home court advantage. Monaco, arguably the best team all season long. But the home court advantage, and there was that sense that this Ike team was the team of destiny when they got to the playoffs, and once they advanced from that first round of the playoffs.
Well, Monaco were the best team in the regular season, but without a doubt, Ike were the best team here tonight. You know, a very impressive performance. 100 points against the Monaco team. We came into the Final Four talking about how good defensively they are. 100 points on the Monaco team that turned over Ludwigsburg yesterday, you know, over and over again, and got easy scores in transition. They just couldn't do it against Ike, and you know, credit to Ike. It was a very impressive offensive performance.
Yeah, they came out and they executed. First half, especially, and you know, you go back and listen to Mitrovic at halftime saying they had a disaster defensively in the first half when Ike scored 53 points. They had to climb out of a huge hole. They almost did.
They did so much here. We said offensively they played well, but you know, the runs that Monaco got on the start of that third quarter, Monaco got themselves back into the game, but you know, Ike responded, did what they had to do.
And what do you think now? Monaco are going to go back. They're going to dissect the video. They're going to dissect what are they going to say? Where did we go wrong?
I think, you know, Coach Mitrovic hit it in the first half. You can't play defensive like that, you know, and then they got themselves in a hole a bit too much.
How much of an impact did this crowd make tonight for Ike?
Oh, absolutely. The start of the game, you saw that. But that man there, Mike Green, 19 points, he stepped up. You look at him, James, 13 points, Hunter had 10. So all three of those guys we didn't really talk about in the pre-game show, all hitting double figures. Alongside the step up again, Sakata, Matty Harris, he only got to 9 points.
Just look at the numbers, 9 of 17 from deep. Monaco actually out-rebounded them in the end. 4 assists from Monaco. In fact, the turnovers they cut down, and Ike had 12 in the second half.
Yeah, that was the Monaco defense. They did a great job.
Right there, he was terrific, 18 points. James, you know, the way they utilized James, attacking the basket, but also defensively, he was tough. Green, he was shaky at the end, but he had 19 points. Punter 16, and Sakata 16. Sakata, both Sakatas are now going to be Ike legends.
Well, you look at the lineup for Ike, who didn't play at the best of their ability. That's the question. Every player in their roster stepped up all the way through, from guys like Larantzakis knocking down his shots when he needed to, Mavridis coming in with that 7 points. You know, everybody did what they needed them to do, and they stepped up. The other side, you know, you look at Monaco, did they get those same step-up performances from guys? Kikanovic played well, 12. Rudez didn't score. Amari C only had 8. Cooper and Kraft, we talked about this, they need to score. They didn't really get going in that way, but I don't think it's offensively for Monaco, because they scored 94 points. They did plenty in order to win the game, but defensively they didn't execute that defensive game plan to win.
So turn the clock back to that game day 16, where there was so much uncertainty about who would go through from the group that included Strasbourg, that included Ike, that included Midi Bayreuth, and it's just incredible how the whole thing has unfolded.
Well, was that the underrated group is the question. Midi Bayreuth made it through, you know, had a really close quarterfinals against Ludwigsburg as well. So there's a lot of quality that came out of that group. Maybe we underestimated it.
And now you've got 2 years in a row, okay, Basketball Champions League hosts have won both times. Last year, you would have said Iberostar Tenerife started as clear favorites, I would have thought. This year, you could have argued that Ike were the outsiders, even though they were the hosts. With Monaco, Murcia were hot. But they have played well at the right time in the season. There's no question. Now they have a Greek Cup. Now they have a Basketball Champions League. And you wonder what this might do for them as they head into the rest of the season, try to also get some success in their domestic playoffs.
Well, I think, as I said in the build-up, the Monaco team come in as favourites to the Final Four, but the favourite tag means nothing. The regular season is forgotten. It's a one-off game, and they won the game.
It really, if you look back at Monaco, there were some cracks. If you look back against Banvit, you know, that second leg, Banvit were up several points, within 1 point, I think it was, on aggregate in the fourth quarter. They survived that. There were signs 2 days ago against MHP Reese of Lewisburg, perhaps. They weren't quite focused at the beginning or whatever. And tonight, well, Ike came out supremely focused.
I've got to admit, I didn't see the cracks, or I didn't guess the cracks for Monaco were going to be defensive, though. I looked at some weaknesses they had offensively, and I thought maybe that's where they might struggle to win. But you know, defensively, I thought they were a very good team. But the execution of Ike, I mean, I'm impressed. I know they didn't have long to prepare, and they talked about trying to win the semi-final to get in. But you know, Coach Sakata, credit to him. I thought he put all the pieces in the right places that caused real problems for the Monaco defense.
He absolutely came up with the game plan and game plans today. And Hunter was so crucial early. There's Kurt Rambis, the former Ike player before he became a Laker. DJ Cooper, just such a wonderful player. Paul Lacombe was just terrific for a lot of the season and a lot of tonight. But at the end of the day, Ike made more plays. The interesting thing to me is that Monaco did have their chances right at the very end. Cooper fouled. He missed the first 2 free throws.
Yeah, well, but before that, they had, what, 2 or 3 great looks at a 3 down 5 after the first steal, and they didn't execute. And it comes down to those little tiny details at the end in a game like this. Make one of those, and it's a completely different game.
You can't. When you look back at Sergi Gladier, I mean, let's highlight the positives for Monaco. He came out tonight and really stood up to be counted and kept him in the game.
Absolutely. Coming off the bench today, Lecomte, we talked about how well he played. Maybe not, you know, scoring the ball, although he had 12 points.
Evans wasn't quite as influential as he needed to be tonight.
No, I mean, he had 6. They just didn't get him the ball where he had a chance either.
Kikanovic, we're talking about voted to the team of the year. And unfortunately for him, wasn't able to have the same impact. You know, the bigs of Mike were better tonight than the bigs of Monaco. Vince Hunter, Matt Ruiz came in and was effective in both semifinals. And don't forget, really, I mean, Mike had to survive 2 really tough games.
Yep. I think back to the things we talked about before the game. How could I win? And one of the things we talked about is those step-up performances they got in the semi-final. They got them right. Sakata made everything. 16 points personal. Mavridis, 7 points. Even Chrysanthopoulos, he didn't have perhaps the great distribution game he had in the semi-final, but still hit a couple of shots when he needed to. Did a great job distributing. Played excellent defense and then handled against the pressure late on as well.
And interesting. You would have thought the point guards. I would have thought the point guards of Monaco would have won that battle tonight. But Green came out and was just unreal.
Green had 19. He outscored both Kraft and Cooper combined on his own.
The only aspect, as you look at Sakata, the captain, taking the net down, Green did not execute well at the very end of the game. Not at all.
They gave that chance back to Monaco.
He turned it. They also turned it over, the ball going off his leg, but. So we definitely still know that for Ike, it's difficult to close the games out, but they did enough to win the game. And what's been your favorite moment of the season other than seeing this crowd here tonight and 2 nights ago?
I think right now, when they're starting to bring the volume up, it's hard to think past them, to be honest.
I mean, you look back at Ike with getting the late three-pointer from Sakata to beat Mehdi Bayreuth to get to the playoffs.
I think the level of competition throughout. You look here, Murcia, 4th place finishers in their group. They made it through to the Final Four. Same thing with Ike. It isn't about dominant teams. Going through the level of competition throughout. A lot of teams. There was lots of different opponents that could have made it here today, apart from the 4 teams that we had here in Athens.
Well, Ike clearly had the pieces that they needed to win the title, and they're going to honor. They're going to get honored by having the trophy given to them, but they're also going to recognize Monaco as, I guess, the silver medalists, the team that finished runners-up. It's a tough night for them. Make no mistake about it. You've seen the looks of the players' faces. It always is. If you get to within seconds of the European title, or if you get to that final, then you have a chance to win it.
Well, for Monaco, the season they had, such a great season throughout. They really were the standout team from week 1. Best record in the regular season, but it doesn't equal a championship for them.
I think what Murcia and Ike have proven is that if you can just get to the playoffs, anything is possible. 2 excellent teams. You've got 2 seasons. I think really you've got 3 seasons. You've got the regular season, you got the playoffs, not including the Final Four, and then the Final Four.
What about qualifying?
Yeah, actually, you've got 4, yeah. Yeah, hats off to MHB Reason for making it through the qualifying rounds, all 3, just to get to the regular season. So Monaco are being congratulated on a wonderful season. Monassi, Vladimir, Violet, George and Joseph. I was disappointed Joseph didn't play more. I thought he had a really good season for Monaco. Lacombe, Robinson, Kraft, and Evans. How many of these guys will they bring back next year? That'll be a big question. Because they did not keep the majority of the players from last season. Come on, Novak. There you see, up on the stage, a regional director for FIBA Europe, handing out the medals to Poinas, Lacombe. Kraft, Evans, Mitrovic. So you don't think it was necessarily a case of a lack of execution, or sorry, it wasn't the game plan for Mitrovic, it was just the lack of defensive intensity.
Yeah, I think that the game plan wasn't necessarily the worst thing, but the execution of it, yeah. Some of that's on the players, but some of that's on the quality of Ike as well. Whenever you do, whenever you're doing something at this level, you're never going to stop the other team from scoring. What you're trying to do is anticipate how you can slow them down, how you can keep them to the hardest shots, the lowest percentage. And Monaco might have done that, but if you look at it and you say, well, we're gonna make Mike Green beat us from the field, we're gonna make Vince Hunter beat us, we're gonna force James to go one-on-one. That might be the game plan, but unfortunately Ike had the ability to beat the game plan tonight.
So some long looks on the faces of the Monaco players, but I think when it's all over, they'll probably have more good memories than bad from this Champions League, this basketball Champions League. But certainly an opportunity lost for them.
Well, for Monaco, third last year, second this year. Let's see what happens next year. Any team coached by Coach Mitrovic, they got a chance to be there or thereabouts.
Basketball Champions League Final Four MVP title. Please welcome the president.
And now Ike is going to be honored as the winners of the second edition of the Basketball Champions League. There's Mike Green.
Final player is
He's going to be the MVP first. So Mike Green has been named as the MVP. He really did come out and set the tone tonight. What a great story. Thomas Vandenspiegel as well, the great Belgian international, handing him the trophy. And Mike Green, wonderful guy, Pennsylvania.
Absolutely, Mike Green, he was a difference maker today. We didn't see it in the semi-final, but when they needed him, stepped up and scored. It was, right from the opening play, wasn't it? That little pass to Hunter. He went inside, used that physicality in the low post. Defensively, very, very good. We said he had the wobbles at the end, but still a really good performance. 19 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for him.
So the celebration's still going on. I dare say these guys will not sleep tonight. We sampled the Athens nightlife yesterday, and they do stay out late, don't they? Championsleague.basketball. Patrick Martinez, the executive of the Basketball Champions League, will be handing out the honors. All smiles. They've already been through this once this year, winning the Greek Cup after they beat Olympiacos.
What a season for this club.
What about the football team? Yeah. They've won the league.
The club, a fantastic achievement. We talked about it was a fairy tale, really. 50-year anniversary in Athens when they won in '68. Back in Athens to win in 2018.
So Manny Harris, the MVP, Hunter, Matt Sakota, the captain. Hunter was so crucial. Vasilopoulos, Nevada's, who didn't play tonight. And I guess some of the youth players as well are going to share the celebrations. There's Matt Ruidas up on the stage, and Hunter. Yeah, I have to say, the job done tonight by Coach Sakota was second to none. news, Lloyd, I guess we're going to sign off from the Basketball Champions League. Oh no, we're going to watch. Aren't they going to hand him the trophy? Yeah, we'll watch him give him the trophy. There's a lot of players who don't get to experience this European title triumph.
Smiles around. They really do deserve it, though. You know, 2 impressive performances. I thought they played really well against Murcia. They rode their luck at times, but you know, we said Murcia didn't play well, and that was down to Ike. And yet again today, we say Monaco, they didn't play well, but that's down to Ike as well. So no one gave them this trophy. They definitely took it with their performances and the way they played.
Difference with these Basketball Champions Leagues, the second season went from having 40 teams in the first season to 32 in the regular season. This season, there's the trophy. You think it was a harder trophy to get this year than it was last year?
And now, presenting the trophy to the winners, the CEO of the Basketball Champions League.
Every trophy is hard to get.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
Different years, different challenges.
Patrick Omenos, the head of the Basketball Champions League, bringing out the trophy. CEO. And he's going to hand it off to Dusan Sakura. Think they're happy?
you.